basketball on K94.
High school basketball from your sports voice of choice. Best in local sports.
That's us, K94.
Welcome to the Palace here in Coldwater as we kick off the girls' high school basketball season. The 1-0 Coldwater Cavaliers coming off of a win against Van Wert, 38-26. Lauren Gillen did a lot of big things in that game. 20 rebounds, 14 points. Other side of the coin, Adam Huber and the Kalida Wildcats at 0-2. Trying to figure things out. Their start has not really been easy. They've gotten two good teams out of the Western Buckeye League and the OG Titans. Lost on the road in Ottawa. Turnaround and lost by 19 to St. Mary's. Grace Klausing had 10 points and 11 boards, and she is going to be asked to do a lot of things if these Wildcats want to pick up the win. They have not had great luck against Kalida all time. The first 10 meetings have gone 7-3 in favor of the Cavaliers, including last year 40-38 for the third straight time in this series. But if it's anything like the junior varsity contest, it's going to take a while. We're going to be here for a while, and I hope you brought some snacks. If not, you might want to run to the fridge here in the next 5 minutes because the junior varsity contest quite literally came down to the very last shot with just 1.8 seconds to go in the second half and the fourth quarter. It was Kalida and the freshman Livia Recker at the line. She hit 1 out of 2 to get within 34-33. Putback didn't go, but the Cavaliers are able to survive, and we'll see exactly how the varsity contest goes when we get started here in a couple of minutes. Two teams who have got big 2019 aspirations and even farther into 2020. Kalida's in the middle of a span where they start PCL play coming up next week. Before the Christmas break, they take on some very good teams. Columbus Grove is one of those. They get a Crestview team that could be interesting in the Northwest Conference. They go to Audubon to start the year next year in their big rivalry game. They take on the Minster Wildcats, and pretty much Minster is a member of the Putnam County League this year, as is Coldwater. They get quite a set of battles, too. New Bremen on Thursday, Salina, St. Henry, Audubon all coming up, including the end of the year. As we always do, we've got both the AAA Holiday Classic here from Coldwater for the boys on the 27th and 28th, and then the 28th and the 30th, the Ovisco Classic at the Fieldhouse in Salina. So it'll be a good time. We've got a ton of basketball this week, and also high school football takes center stage on Friday morning as the Anna Rockets are in action at 10 o'clock. The pregame somewhere around 9:45. But that's then. This is now. The Kalida Wildcats again come in 33.5 points a game. They're scoring through their first two, trying to raise that number because this is a Coldwater team that, like the first two opponents have done to Kalida, can out-rebound them and put a lot of points up in a hurry. Coach Lakeview would like for that not to happen in his second year. 13-12, got drilled in the district semis last year to Liberty Benton. Kalida in their own district semi lost to Wayne Trace by 11. Finished at 17-6 for now 10th year head coach Adam Huber. And as the flag comes down, we've got the national anthem on the way. We're back here to the Palace in Coldwater in 2 minutes on K94.
This is the first thing you hear after the power goes out. Silence. But that doesn't last very long. The next thing you hear is complaining, then the inevitable whining. No TV, no power for laptops and tablets. How long do you think their cell phone will last without a recharge? How about your cell phone? Now's the time to call Reasoner Energy and talk about Generac generators. Not only do they operate quietly, a Generac generator from Reasoner will silence complaining and whining. Call 419-678-4858.
If something happens to you, will your family be taken care of? It's a scary thought, but preparing for the unexpected can give you peace of mind. With a life insurance policy from Motorist Insurance Group, you can secure your family's financial future. Contact Miller Insurance in New Bremen today to find out how simple it is to keep your family protected, no matter what happens. Come visit Miller Insurance on Facebook at Miller Insurance in New Bremen or call 419-629-2791.
Start your next great journey by earning a degree at Wright State University Lake Campus. As a leading force in education, the Lake Campus offers in-demand academic programs and an affordable tuition rate that's guaranteed for 4 years. Our modern campus includes interactive learning classrooms, state-of-the-art science labs, and townhouse-style apartments. As a small campus with highly qualified professors, your learning experience will be personal and unique. Visit lake.wright.edu for more information and see why it's great at the lake.
It happens to the best of us, whether it's a fender bender or an even bigger bender. You need the auto collision specialist at Carriageway. Whatever make or model, they're the experts. With ASC certified technicians and all the latest gadgets to fix your ride like new. Maybe it's been bent for a while. Take it to CarriageWorks, the unbenders. CarriageWorks in St. Henry, growing every day to meet your needs. Now go get it taken care of. 419-678-4530. CarriageWorks.
Nobody covers your local sports better than K94. Now, back to more local sports action on K94.
8 minutes up on the board as we get ready for the starting lineups and the introductions. First, for the visiting Kalida Lady Wildcats, they are led by 10th-year head coach Adam Huber, and he's got a pair of young guards, but he's got some good guards on his team, as I'll tell you in 1 second who they are. Catherine Siebenek, a 5'4" junior, wears number 4. Grace Klausing, the 5'9" junior, 11.5 points, 8 rebounds so far through the first couple of games, wears 5. Michaela Mag, 6 points, 2 steals a game, 5'7" senior, wears number 10. Carly Rampant, 5.5 points a game, wears 20, a 5'6" senior. And rounding out the starting lineup, the terrific soccer forward in Brenna Smith, 5'7" junior, wears 22. Now on the other side for the Cavaliers as they get ready to introduce their starting lineup. I'll tell you about them as they continue to be introduced. The fans in plenty here inside this building. They will start Katie Leakty. She's Kate now on the board. 5'4" senior wearing number 2. It'll be Shelby Gear off the bench. She'll be a big part of it. But behind her, Annalise Harlemer wears 10, a 5'7" sophomore. Lauren Gilliland, a 6'1" senior, wears 11. Courtney May, a 5'9" junior, has a 12 on her back. And Paige Seifring, a 5'5" junior, 21, rounding out the starting lineup for the 1-0 Cavaliers as they get started here against the 0-2 Wildcats. White jerseys, white numerals. It's a frost white effect if you've seen a lot of new age jerseys. The front and the back, the numerals in the midsection in the back are white on white with a light orange trim, but on the top it says Coldwater in bright orange trimmed in the reverse white. For the Cavaliers, they are ready to go as they break the huddle and send out towards midcourt. Kalida comes out with a maroon and gold look, maroon jerseys, maroon shorts, and the Lady Cats written in script across the back of the shoulders with the Nike swoosh on both sides. That's the Nike Under Armour matchup as Coldwater sponsored by Under Armour. That'll be Lauren Gilliland who will jump it up for the home team. And Grace Klausing for the visitors. We're in the air at 7:43. Left to right will come at Coldwater here as they try to force a ton of turnovers. They get one right out of the gate to the Kalida Wildcats. That's been the problem for Kalida. Their first game against OG, they had 25 turnovers. They didn't help themselves in the second game, had 23. My math says they average about 22 a game. So Kalida right to left as they work out from behind Carly Ramp on the right wing. Over to Catherine Siebenek and all the way through for Grace Klausing. Klausing's going to be one of the better players in the PCL this year. Now she's spread out there waiting to shoot. Launches up the 3 from the corner, comes up short off the right side of the rim, and Kalida with a miss on their first shot. Here comes Coldwater. Into the post, Gillen, little baby hook shot. That won't go. Turned away, and here comes the Cavaliers back of the defensive end. So one thing Kalida has been able to do in the 10 years with Adam Huber's attack is get out and run. Transition has been a big thing for them as Coldwater wants to stop him down low. Brenna Smith drives and puts one off glass for 2. So the flips so far, 1 out of 2 from the field for Kalida. Now the defense being chased around the top of the corners. Kalida on the inside with 4 right in between the middle of the lane. skip across for Coldwater. They try the lefty shot. Too strong the other way. They missed their first two, but an offensive rebound will keep it alive. Elbow shot, banked it in. Katie Leakey able to get the first two for her team. So the score now tied up at 2 through the first minute and a half. Siebenek around the right, little dribble stop from the right side. Went to go just inside the elbow and a miss for Kalida. So from the black and gold or the black and the volleyball line on the new floor they put in last year. Ball stripped away. 2 turnovers for the Cavaliers now. Stopped just inside as Siebenek picks it back up. Over to Clouds on the right wing at 5:55. Launches up a triple. Back rim and no good. As the rebound for Gilliland is her first. So Kalida hasn't connected from downtown yet. The Cavaliers roll from the right to the left. Good crowd still filing in here on a Tuesday night. At least the up front lost the ball, had it tipped away from her. She'll try the jumper. Back iron, no good. Rebound comes down on the other side for Kalida. They race, and Brenna Smith knocked away on the block. That's just using your height. All the way down through and lost by Gilliland. At 6'1", fed down inside. Second time, not the charm either. Shot won't go for Janelle Bruns. So 2 quick misses there for Coldwater. They have hit just one of their first 6 shots. Okay. Out front with the basketball. Black ponytail waving in the little breeze with the air conditioning on here. 4:55 to go. Gilliland, a much more aggressive player through the first couple of minutes here than last year with driving. And a lot of that is the fact that she's going to have to be. First team foul of the game will go against Brenna Smith of Kalida. 4:54 in the first, tied at 2. Cavaliers will inbound to the right of their own basket. Trying to find a friend. Back out top to Gilliland. Over to Katie Leasey, now up on the run. Good step back. Shot partially blocked, but she banked it in anyways. So Leakey's got both of her team's basket, and it's a 4-2 lead with 4:40 to go in the first. Kalida wants to run everything to the right side. Out on the wing, the screen for Michaela Mag. I got to pick up her dribble and give it out to Brenna Smith. See if they come back to Mag now on the right side at 4:20. Hope outside for Klausing and all the way around. The pick for Siebenek. Went left-handed dribble, came back to the baseline. And Klausing loaded it up and got called for the walk. First Kalida turnover. It's not helping them out. They trail 4-2. Like I said, the JV game came down to basically free throws because Kalida missed a couple early on in the third, a couple early on in the fourth, and ended up losing by 1. That's what they say, make those. Leakey again with another miss. Coldwater's having problems from the field, but they still lead 4-2. So an aggressive attack so far for the Cavaliers. It's Catherine Siebenek with the basketball, dribbles right, finds no home as she's cut off by Hollermert. Off the screen, Brooke Vennecotter in there for the Wildcats now. Came in on the last substitution. Catherine Siebenek went up top, back up top to Brooke. All the way around to the left wing to Brenna Smith, back free throw line, and Kalida trying to make the opponent make a mistake. 3-ball, bottom of the net for Michaela Mag. The senior makes just her team's 8th three-pointer of the year so far. But they've hit 1 out of 3 from out there. It's not been a good start for them. About 25% of the threes they've thrown in have gone, but they lead 5-4 now. As he take to the basket for Gilliland, ran over the traffic. Puts her first 2 in. Now 3 out of 9 from the field for Kalida. Or for Coldwater, rather. It's Kalida with the ball. Coldwater with a lead. Kayla Mag down and right back to her on the wing. More of a box-and-one look defensively for Coldwater. 3-ball from Siebenek. Up and in and back-to-back triples down for Kalida. They now have shown that they can do it, up 8-6. 2:38 to go in the first. More girls basketball on Thursday night here on K94. It'll be Defiance at St. Mary's in WBL play. Rough Riders would love to start with a couple of wins after what they did a year ago. Coldwater with another turnover. Now the spin move and Grace Klausing to the basket with the miss, but it's because she got fouled. So team in Kalida trying to find their ability to stick down these free throws. They sit at 62%. They took 32, though, in the first couple of games. Kind of a big number from what they would like to do. Lousing with the spin, the dip, and the throw. Puts it up and in. So that's Grace's first point, leading scorer on the team. The junior at 11.5 points a game, coming off an all-PCL selection a year ago. It's expected to do big things for this offense, and especially in the transition game. Spins out on a second free throw attempt. So it's 9-6. Kalida with the lead, Coldwater over the ball. Left to right they go, just over 2 minutes in the first. Kalida has gone with more of a matchup man look, as they were trying to flirt with a zone a little bit earlier, but now they kind of transition down to a 1-3-1. Trying to take away Gilliland. Leakty for three, just short. As I thought maybe that one was going to have enough, but the three's not falling here early on for the Cavs. That's what they trail by. Siebenek with the ball comes back up top to the volleyball line. Drops it over for Brooke Venicotter, the sophomore. At 5'8", one of the younger teams that Adam Huber has had here in a while. But he's a terrific coach. See what he can do with this group. Minute 32 to go. Saw him in the opener against OG. Made a lot of young team mistakes, but did a lot of positive things. It's now down to the baseline and cut off. Siebenek realizes no traffic there. Minute 20, tries to fight the double team. Gets it back out and off the bump. Michaela Mag with the miss. And here comes a Gilliland jumper, that little split-legged jumper, got her own rebound. And then is going to be fouled as she picks up her second rebound. Foul will go on Grace Clousing for Kalida. As out will go Siebenek, in will come Brenna Smith. She's got the other foul. First time now the sophomore for Coldwater and Madison Smith, along with Courtney May, the junior. 1:07 to go in the first, 9-6 in favor of the visiting Kalida Wildcats. Cavaliers with the basketball as Leakey runs the point back and forth. Nice behind-the-back dribble off to her left. Into the hands of Bria Dews, the junior. Dews back to Gilliland, the point forward for this team. Whips one across, three ball in the air. Back rim, no good. Rebound back down, though, for Shelby Gear. And it ultimately just turns into a turnover. So the Cavaliers have not hit either one of their three-point attempts. Still trailing 9-6. 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Carly Ramp for three. Just way too long. So Kalida now kind of a mixed bag from outside as they go 2 for 5 here in the first. 20 seconds to go. Over to the wing. That ball dropped around in front of Adam Huber for Bria Dews. Dews for the Cavaliers. Good ball movement up top, but nothing going towards the basket. Final 10 seconds. Another ball knocked away. Came right back, so dual turnovers. The feed right through the heart of the defense on the back door. And the point for Shelby Gear puts a stop to the first quarter. Kalida on top of the scoreboard. 9-8, back in 60 for the start of quarter number 2 here on K94.
The holiday season is a time for warm reflections upon family and friends, sincere appreciation of growing relationships, and promises of new beginnings. The People Bank Company would like to say thank you for your friendship and for giving us the opportunity to serve you this year. Your confidence and friendship is the foundation of our progress. Thanks, and happy holidays from your community bank of choice, the People's Bank, member FDIC.
You're tough. You've endured some of the most brutal weather imaginable. When others complain, you carry on. You're Ohio tough. But once you close your front door, there's no reason to put up with it anymore. Not if you've got the right heating solution from Reasoner Energy. Dual fuel heat pumps and furnaces and geothermal heat pumps. The best, the warmest, the most dependable heating solutions. Reasoner Energy. Ohio tough, like you. Call 419-678-4858.
Nobody covers your local sports better than K94. Now, back to more local sports action on K94.
Start of quarter number 2. Kalida from right to left And out of the Putnam County League, brings the ball up, leading 9-8. More of a 3-2 version of the zone. And a ball out of bounds off of Coldwater. So to stay with Kalida. 7:43 in the first. Again, 9-8. In favor of the Wildcats because they hit 2 out of 5 from outside in the first quarter. 1 out of 4 from inside. Coldwater hit 4 of their 11 shots, but missed both their threes. Kalida's not missing a 3 here. Grace Klausing lines it up and throws it in. So the third make now for Kalida from outside. They move their lead up to 12-8. And this is a senior class. There's not a lot of seniors in this game, just Lauren Gilliland, who has never lost to Kalida. 6 turnover as it ends up into the, it's basically the football team across the way. So the turnover now, Kalida has kept theirs to just 2 as they try to grow up in terms of their game here early on. Good fake over to the right wing for Brooke Earhart into the game for the first time, the 5'8 freshman. About 2.5 points a game through the first 2. Into the corner for Carly Ramp, already hit a 3. Up top to the Speedster, and Klausing will back it out. A lot of free throw line work as it's punched across to Carly Ramp through the difference of 2 hands. And it's more, you can look at it how you want, but defensively sitting way up here at 6:50 to go in the first half. It almost looks like a box and one. Tried the bank. Oh, and it hit everything. Carly Ramp continues her team's struggle of, or it's not really a struggle now, but being able to put anything in they want from any angle from behind the arc. That is the 4th triple, and it's a 15-8 lead. Coldwater now trying to use their big out on the perimeter. See what she can do. Gilliland pulled up. A lot of fans wanted to walk. Didn't get it. It's not that type of Christmas game. As the runner with the right hand, back iron, and no good for Coldwater. They continue to struggle from inside, and the Wildcats up on the trailer. Ramp, good ball fake left, throws it up off the backside. It'll roll, and a 2-point miss for Kalida now. As they're just 1 of 5 from inside the arc, but they've hit 4 from beyond. 5:55 to go in the first half. 15-8. Trying to work down to the low block. Brenna Smith with a good box out to make sure Gilliland can't get as she's stopped across. Now on the flash, the lefty floater. Good for Courtney May. First 2 points of the quarter for her squad. And the Cavaliers now pulled back to within 5 as they go with that box of one again, trying to slow down the shooting. Kalida with the ball off of Grace Klausing's foot, says the official. A couple of subs, Michaela Mag and Brooke Venicotter for Kalida. Countering Katie Lichty for Coldwater. It's one of the most beautiful floors if you haven't seen it. They redid it a couple of years ago on a design from a couple of different places. Eric Goodwin does a great job of facilitating a lot of these things. Back to Katie now, up on the drive, cut off at the baseline, skipped it out. Gilliland's 3, lined it up short, front of the rim, rebound, and the putback is Annalise Harlemert for 2. So another miss for the Cavaliers, 0 for 3 from out there. They pull within 3 at 15-12. Down to the low block goes Brenna Smith. Up top, 3 ball away. Kalida bounced it off the front of the rim, off the miss. And the Cavaliers about 50% from out there so far. 15-12, they lead at 4.5 to go here in the first half. Ball went right through Harlemert, and she turned it over. Went to toss it back to a teammate. She didn't catch it cleanly. And it comes the other way, right to left, behind it. Catherine Siebenek. Her feed down low. 2 Cavaliers get down there. Back up top, Siebenek looking to dial long distance. It's not that long. Rebound down to the floor after another 3-point miss for Kalida. They keep the basketball on a wild bounce of it. Michaela Mag, that's fine. I'll just go ahead and put that in. She's got 5. Her team's up by 5. 17-12. 3:50 to go as Grace Klausing's going to check back in, and Adam Huber tried to point out to her, you've got a foul. Make sure you don't get another one before the half. Ball down to the floor. Another turnover for the Cavaliers. I have them for 8. Always unofficial. Brenna Smith turns and hands it to Catherine Siebenek, who will bounce it across with the left hand off the orange C and the interlocking swords. Good screen game out to Michaela Mag. Lines up a triple off the front of the rim, though, and has it punched away as Kalida is not scared to take those threes. They are 4 of 10 here in the first half, all the way through. Shot is blocked partially. And a timeout comes. 3:08 to go in the first half. 17-12. Kalida with the lead back in 30 seconds here on K94.
If something happens to you, will your family be taken care of? It's a scary thought, but preparing for the unexpected can give you peace of mind. With a life insurance policy from Motorist Insurance Group, you can secure your family's financial future. Contact Miller Insurance in New Bremen today to find out how simple it is to keep your family protected no matter what happens. Visit us, Miller Insurance, on Facebook at Miller Insurance in New Bremen, or call us at 419-629-2791.
Nobody covers your local sports better than K94. Now, back to more local sports action on K94.
3:08 to go in quarter number 2 here at the Palace in Coldwater. 0-2 of the Kalida Wildcats. They are on top of the scoreboard, 17-12 over the 1-0 Cavaliers of Coldwater. And it is the second road game for Kalida. Again, they lost in their opener to Ottawa Glandorf by about 25, but it's a game that they were in until the fourth quarter. They just ran out of gas. Now trying to flip that switch on a Coldwater. Sat in the zone, just kind of waiting, trying to quell that three-point shooting. It's ball over, and I think that shot must have been blocked. It ended up as a pass that Michaela Mag can't get to. We'll call it a miss, though. So after back-to-back misses, now the jumper from the baseline won't roll in on the opposite side for Coldwater. So they've missed 10 shots. Down to the baseline at 2:35 on the left side of the court. Up through Michaela Mag and through Grace Klausing. Playing a pitch and catch back up to the top. Mag to the volleyball line at 2:25. Over to the soccer player and Klausing, and that's a lot of this Kalida offense is girls who have been on the soccer pitch together and who have done big things. The foul is the second. It'll be on Lauren Gilliland. That'll be her first. Katie Leakey's got the other one. Kalida makes a substitution here. So they bring in Brooke Earhart. Free ball from straight away. Klausing nipped the front of the rim. Ended up nearly on her backside. Ball ran out of bounds in front of the Coldwater bench. 17-12. Teams first met back in the 09-10 season. It was a 59-46 Kalida win. Since that point, though, it has been mostly Coldwater with the wins. In 7 out of 10. Harlemert back into the game. Leakey with the ball in her hands, didn't know where to go. Brought it back up top. The official, John Derryberry, points that out. With the arms wide out, back out to her. Down to the corner, feed into the post for Gilliland. And the defense from Brooke Earhart knocked it out of bounds. Boys basketball on Saturday night here on K94. We'll have Toledo Bowsher invading the field house in Salina. That game is after we've got Marion Local at 10 a.m. in the football finals. Deep three from downtown Salina. Kate Leakey with the miss. And the tie-up will stay Cavaliers ball. But Marion Local goes for state title number 11, which would tie a record with Cleveland St. Ignatius. That courtesy of the OHSA Network. Pregame's at 9:30. As Gilliland used the long arms to get it back. Took two defenders with her into the post, though. Coldwater tried to get it down to the low block and turned it over. 9 first-half turnovers for the Cavaliers. They trail by 5. Siebenek picked up her dribble, had a kind of a crooked smile on her face of, yeah, I didn't mean to do that. 4th turnover for Kalida as they had it drop in the middle of the lane. Minute 10 to go now. Brenna Smith comes back up for Kalida on the subs here in a second. Harleburton back out top to Riley Rissmiller. 6'2" freshman on the right wing. You can see, still trying to get comfortable with the ball. So he set Gilliland up on the back in the corner. She'll think about the spot up for three. Defense came right up in front of her, though, as she kicked it back across to Paige Seifring. Seifring, pitch and catch, right back to her. Here you go, Paige. Deep two from straight away, front of the rim. Rebound, Katie Leakey, and she'll go to the basket, be fouled. And the clock will stop at 37.6 here in the first half. And it's the big foul because it's the second on Grace Klausing. And Adam Huber pointed immediately at her. I said, all right, we've got to be smart here because that's his leader. Leakey knocks down the free throw. That is the first free throw attempt for the 5'4" senior. So 37-6. Get a good crowd here on hand. Second free throw. Off the back rim and no good, so each team has hit 1 out of 2. 17-13, Kalida with the lead in the basketball. Catherine Siebenek back out there. Brooke Vetticutter did come in as a feed inside and bothered, but off the glass, Brenna Smith for 2. Kalida with just their third make from inside, but they lead 19-13. 15 seconds now to go. It's Paige Seifring, pitch and catch all the way around, just quick throws, down to 9. Leakey will take the runner back out to the top of the line, playing a two-man game. 3-ball right in front of the AD, and she knocked it down. And that puts an end to the first half. That is a first make for Coldwater at the first half as it comes to an end. It's 19-16 in favor of Kalida back in 2.5 minutes here on K94.
Start your next great journey by earning a degree at Wright State University Lake Campus. As a leading force in education, the Lake Campus offers in-demand academic programs and an affordable tuition rate that's guaranteed for 4 years. Our modern campus includes interactive learning classrooms, state-of-the-art science labs, and townhouse-style apartments. As a small campus with highly qualified professors, your learning experience will be personal and unique. Visit lake.wright.edu for more information and see why it's great at the lake.
It happens to the best of us, whether it's a fender bender or an even bigger bender. You need the auto collision specialist at Carriageware. Whatever make or model, they're the experts. With ASE certified technicians and all the latest gadgets to fix your ride like new. Maybe it's been bent for a while. Take it to Carriageworks, the unbenders. Carriageworks in St. Henry, growing every day to meet your needs. Now go get it taken care of. 419-678-4530. Carriageworks.
The holiday season is a time for warm reflections upon family and friends, sincere appreciation of growing relationships, and promises of new beginnings. The People's Bank Company would like to say thank you for your friendship and for giving us the opportunity to serve you this year. Your confidence and friendship is the foundation of our progress. Thanks, and happy holidays from your community bank of choice, the People's Bank, member FDIC.
This is the first thing you hear after the power goes out. Silence. But that doesn't last very long. The next thing you hear is complaining, then the inevitable whining. No TV, no power for laptops and tablets. How long do you think their cell phone will last without a recharge? How about your cell phone? Now's the time to call Reasoner Energy and talk about Generac generators. Not only do they operate quietly, a Generac generator from Reasoner will silence complaining and whining. Call 419-678-4858.
If something happens to you, will your family be taken care of? It's a scary thought, but preparing for the unexpected can give you peace of mind. With a life insurance policy from Motorist Insurance Group, you can secure your family's financial future. Contact Miller Insurance in New Bremen today to find out how simple it is to keep your family protected no matter what happens. Visit us, Miller Insurance, on Facebook at Miller Insurance in New Bremen, or call us at 419-629-2791.
Nobody covers your local sports better than K94. Now, back to more local sports action on K94.
Back here at the Palace in Coldwater, it is a 19-16 lead, and tallying up the stats here in the first half. It's interesting to what they will tell you, because it's back-to-back points for the Cavaliers to get within 3 at the halftime break. They trailed, though, 9-8 after 1, and they are behind at 19-16 here at the half. Cavaliers turned it over 9 times in the first half. They were 1 of 2 from a line, 1 of 5 from 3, and again, that was Kate Leakey right before the halftime break to pull her team within 3, and boy, oh boy, did they need that. They go 6 of 18 from 2. Kate leads away with 8 points. 4 different players, Shelby Gear, Annalise Harlemert, Lauren Gillen, and Courtney May, all with 2 points apiece. For the Kalida Wildcats, they turned it over 4 times in the first half. They go 1 of 2 from a line, 3 of 7. Oh, sorry, they go actually 4 of 11 from, or 4 of 12 from 3. They go 3 of 7 from 2. Turn it over 4 times. Grace Klausing with 4, Catherine Siebenek with 5, Michaela Mag with 5, Carly Ramp with 3, and Brenna Smith with 4. But again, those 4 triples in the first half, kind of a sign of things possibly to come for Kalida. You look at the first 2 games, they only hit 7 out of 22 as a group. They're nearly better than that here early on, but it's 2 good coaches in the locker room right now having a conversation with the girls about exactly what they can do at the halftime break and try to get the teams to kind of figure things out early on in the season. And again, you look at what each team has coming up. Coldwater goes to Bremen to start off MAC play on a Thursday night. They go to the Palace, or they go to the Fieldhouse, rather, on a Tuesday night to take on Salina. They take on St. Henry next Thursday night at Audubon on the 19th. So they don't come back home for 20 days after today to take on the Bath Wildcats. And everybody goes to the Visco Classic on the 28th and the 30th. Games you can hear right here on K94. But it doesn't get easier the other way either. Again, at Elida, home for Fort Jennings, at Columbus Grove, at St. John's, all of those between Saturday and the 19th for Kalida. They get Crestfield the 21st, Delphus Jefferson on the 28th to round out 2019. But 2 teams to expect that they're going to be very good and very important in their districts. Coldwater's got a draw in their district again this year that has them taking on what could possibly be 3 of the best teams in the area in the defending district champ in Liberty Benton. You've got Spencerville out of the Northwest Conference, a team that they'll see at some point, and it came down to overtime here a year ago for that ball game, and then the Audubon-Glandorf Titans as well. So it's not easy for anybody at this point. 19-16 is Kalida's halftime lead. Take 2 minutes on the break, and we're back with the start of quarter number 3 here from Coldwater on K94.
Start your next great journey by earning a degree at Wright State University Lake Campus. As a leading force in education, the Lake Campus offers in-demand academic programs and an affordable tuition rate that's guaranteed for 4 years. Our modern campus includes interactive learning classrooms, state-of-the-art science labs, and townhouse-style apartments. As a small campus with highly qualified professors, your learning experience will be personal and unique. Visit lakes.wright.edu for more information and see why it's great at the lake.
The holiday season is a time for warm reflections upon family and friends, sincere appreciation of growing relationships, and promises of new beginnings. The People's Bank Company would like to say thank you for your friendship and for giving us the opportunity to serve you this year. Your confidence and friendship is the foundation of our progress. Thanks, and happy holidays from your community bank of choice, the People's Bank, member FDIC.
It happens to the best of us, whether it's a fender bender or an even bigger bender. You need the auto collision specialist at Carriageware. Whatever make or model, they're the experts. With ASC certified technicians and all the latest gadgets to fix your ride like new. Maybe it's been bent for a while. Take it to Carriageworks, the unbenders. Carriageworks in St. Henry, growing every day to meet your needs. Now go get it taken care of. 419-678-4530. Carriageworks.
You're tough. You've endured some of the most brutal weather imaginable. When others complain, you carry on. You're Ohio tough. But once you close your front door, there's no reason to put up with it anymore. Not if you've got the right heating solution from Reasoner Energy. Dual fuel heat pumps and furnaces and geothermal heat pumps. The best, the warmest, the most dependable heating solutions. Reasoner Energy. Ohio tough, like you. Call 419-678-4858.
Nobody covers your local sports better than K94. Now, back to more local sports action on K94.
Both teams back out on the floor as they get ready for the start of the second half. 19-16, again, is the score in favor of the visitors from Kalida. Next week, a full slate of basketball as well before the Christmas season. New Bremen and Lincoln View on Monday night in girls action, followed by Fort Loramie at New Knoxville on a Tuesday night. Sports Corner Wednesday night, and then at New Bremen or St. Henry at Coldwater here from the Palace next Friday night, the 13th. Friday the 13th, of course. That's how December ends in this decade. And then New Bremen at Fort Loramie boys on Saturday the 14th. A lot of great things going on through the course of the season. We'll see these Cavalier ladies a handful of times before the season comes to an end, but follow us on Twitter at K943Rocks and on our Facebook page as well, and stay up to date on exactly what is going on. Two good teams getting ready for the second half. It is foul trouble for just Grace Klausing for Kalida. 3 fouls for the Wildcats in the first. She had 2 of them. Just a pair of players for the Cavaliers with a foul apiece. So nothing really happening there. White jerseys, white trim, or white numerals in the orange trim, or orange lettering, white trim, however you want to look at it. For the Cavaliers, they now will be going right to left in front of me here behind the scorer's table. Kalida in the maroon and gold, left to right, as they work behind their point guard, Catherine Siebenek. 3 points for her in the first half, the 5'4" junior. In part of the soccer team now as she goes up top. Wanted to shoot it. Wanted to go to Klausing as well as she screens down through for Siebenek. Up through the high block in a 3-point game. Bounced right off the block. The takeaway is going to be a foul. And it'll put Brenna Smith, the junior, at the line. Is just a little too aggressive on the take for the Cavaliers. It's going to be Annalise Harlemert. Dad's sitting right down there in front of me watching, trying to make sure that he gets that one right on the board. Free throw up and good for Brenna Smith. Gives Kalida the first points of the second half. Three bounces and a throw and some catcalling from the Coldwater student section across the way. Shout out to those guys. 21-16. Now is Kalida's lead. It's up top trying to initiate that 5-second call on Coldwater's point guard was Siebenek. Gillen tried a little stop and drop, pulls back on the deep 2, rolls off the right side of the rim, chased it and got her own rebound. That's just her 3rd rebound. She'll try to back down now in the post on the high block, trying to do it herself. Her shot blocked. The Banty of the basketball ultimately leads to a foul. Harlemert had her fingertips on it, dejected as she may be. This is a big foul because it's on Grace Klausing for Kalida. That is her 3rd, and out she will go. Hands out, dancing her way. Well, she tried to. Brooke Venicotter was coming in for her, but she cannot sub out until after this first free throw. Adam Huber's not happy as he takes a knee to retie the shoe. Free throw, back rim, and no good for Harlemert. So Annalise, a 5'7" sophomore. It's another name I feel like I say all the time at Coldwater. 704 back rim. That one wasn't close. The first one she got the benefit. It might have gotten a roll, but now Kalida again looking for their first win on the year to stop a 3-game skid against the Cavaliers. They work from the right side, and that ball kicked out of bounds on the turnover. So a turnover on both sides. Out of bounds now. Michaela Mag, the senior, will inbound to Catherine Siebenek. Kalida lost a heartbreaker in the soccer season when these girls got ready for basketball. Lost in the districts to Spencerville in a pouring down rain. That game was a mess. It started snowing at the end of it, and it went nearly long into the night. So the dribble for Mag cut off by the defense. Back down to Smith. Spun it round, and it nutmegged her. Right back out. Siebenek found it. 6:20 to go in the third. 21-16 Kalida. Both teams are going to be very good defensively throughout the year. This is a much better defensive effort so far for Kalida, too, because they give up just about 53 points a game through their first two losses to the WBL's OG and St. Mary's. And they will say Benecutter got caught on a double dribble. Fifth turnover. John Derryberry explained it to Adam Huber, and that's to say he didn't agree. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. 9 turnovers for the Cavs, 5 now for the Wildcats. Ball on the right wing and out with Harlemert running back inside. Picked up by Courtney May. She'll try the three. Rolls all the way back out on the rebound. Comes down for Kalida. That was a shot that looked like it was going to have enough. But as the fifth miss from outside, the Cavaliers 1 for 6 so far from downtown. And a tie-up. It's a smart play for that turnover. Paige Seifring reached right inside there, put her hands on the basketball, and forced the giveaway. Substitution for Kalida now. Sends back in Brooke Earhart. Everybody plays with the, it's almost like the soccer leggings now, the padding, and it's usually a sign of a team that will go get the basketball. Defensively, Leakey for three, still can't find the home. Offensive rebound, second chance shot, no good, and a foul on the floor. As Gilliland snagged a rebound. It'll be the foul on Carly Ramp. That'll be her first, their team's second here in this half. Again, 5 fouls total against Kalida, and 3 of them have gone against the same young lady, their leader. As the ball falls down after Grace Klausing went to the bench. Lichty went back there, and kind of a defense for offense thing as Brooke Venecutter, the sophomore, back in for Carly Ramp. 5:13 to go in the third, 21-16. The lead for Kalida. So PCL and the MAC duking it out here as they will throughout the course of the boys and girls season. Well, there's some very good PCL MAC games that we've got on both sides throughout the course of the year. The wraparound no-look pass was intended for Michaela Mag, but it ends up hitting the back wall. So turnover gives it back to the Cavaliers. 4:45 as they cross the center circle. Katie Leakey fires one out to the right side. Gilliland will set the screen, try to roll away from it. Back out into the hands of Courtney May, looking down on the back screen. Had to wait for a teammate to come back in bounds. And the high running shot for Paige Seifring in the right hand, that won't fall. Now 16 misses from just inside the field for Coldwater. Skip into the corner, 3 ball on the way. Too long. Rebound, out of bounds, back the other way. So Michaela Mag lined it up but couldn't watch it go in. Substitution for Coldwater. Brings in Riley Rice-Miller, the 6'2" freshman. It's a big difference from Paige Seifring, who I was looking at is right on top of the number at 5'5". Now the freshman, great pass down inside and up on the run. The give and go goes for Annalise Harlemert for 2. So she's got 4 now in the ball game. That's the first make from inside in a while for Coldwater. They pulled it within 3 at 21-18. 3:40 to go in the third. Up on the take. Nobody there defensively to stop Brooke Earhart. Looked like I was trying to defend her. Just not going to go well. The fourth make now from inside for Kalida. Pass down underneath. just too strong at Paige Seifring. The first one doesn't go. Second one does as she gets the offensive rebound and the make. So she stayed with it, able to keep that lead at 3. 23-20. Ball screen left here for Seabanek up top. All the way around to the back corner for Brooke Earhart. Earhart thought about shooting it. Defender came up maybe a little quicker than she thought they would. Kayla Mag with a high ball fake back to the free throw line. Drops it up for Brenna Smith now, who will give away the basketball and call for her own screen. 2:50 to go in the third. 23-20 is Kalida's lead. Tough left hand through traffic. Earhart on back-to-back plays is able to make that little floater off the glass. She's got 4. Ball misses off the right side and out of bounds. Off the miss. Miscommunication, perhaps? Well, I was going to say in comes Carly Ramp, but they didn't get the substitution in quick enough. 25-20, Kalida with the lead and the basketball. Great pass down to the baseline. Brenna Smith skips one over as she falls down and hits hard. And a foul on a Coldwater. That'll be on Katie Leakey. That'll be her second. And now the sub and Carly Ramp, the starter at 5 points a game I was talking about. 2:17 left in the third. Sports Quarter tomorrow at 7 o'clock. No guest. Kind of had a hard time with that this week. But Nate and I will talk about high school, get you set for the state championship games coming up this weekend. Kalida loves to shoot this 3-ball. They have 4 shooters now spaced up and under as the shot just blocked by a couple of different players. For Kalida, they have to get back on the defensive end because Coldwater and Leasty with the miss right off the top. That should have been an easy layup on her part. Just pushed it a little too hard. Back out to Brooke Earhart. Spotted up top, wants to shoot it, but about 3 feet behind the line, probably won't. Not a high percentage shot. 1:37 to go. She'll take it on the drive through the right hand. Shot blocked again. Some back-to-back misses and an opportunity to get close on the other side, and a foul on Carly Ramp. That's her second for Kalida. Substitution for the Wildcats. Bring back in Catherine Seabanek. And you'll see Kenzie Fortman join her for the first time. Both players at 5'4". Free throw thuds off the first for Gillen. So Lauren just 2 points so far. She misses on the free throw, and there's a bevy of activity. Looks like a chess match. Both players, or players from both sides, continue to run on. This will be Janelle Bruns, a 5'8 junior for Coldwater. Clock frozen at 1:28 on Gillen's second free throw. Missed that one off to the left. Her team 0 for 4 in this quarter. They trail by 5. Kalida now trying to maybe slow things down just a little bit. Ball up in a Seabanek's hand, has done a terrific job running the point. Flips one over for Kenzie Fortman. She can shoot. Just the defense was able to come right up on her. Back to that. It's you can look at it however you want. It's a modified version of a 3-2 or a box and one. Well, it looks like a house on the box and one. 2 on the middle, 2 on the side, and 1 up top. Brenna Smith kind of lured into the middle of the lane by the 3 defenders that crashed down, and Adam Huber wants an explanation on why that was a travel and not a foul. He's not going to get it. 50 seconds to go in the third. 25-20. Kalida with the lead. At least he now got rid of her defenders. When she pulled back, though, would have had to shoot it coming backwards from the volleyball line. They let it go inside to Bruns. Out to Gilland, and a double dribble. John Derryberry has called 2 of those. I don't know that I've seen 2 in a game in a long time. 34.1 seconds to go. Here's where you become a gambler. If you're Kalida and Adam Huber. 10 years. He's got 100-plus wins. Coming off a 17-win season a year ago. With a 5'9 junior and Grace Clousing back in there. An aggressive player. Playing with 3 fouls. Kalida now with 1 player up top on the defensive end waiting to play Seabanek. Down to 20 seconds. 2 dribbles and a crossover back to her left. Out to Michaela Mag. Mag split down into the corner. Back up top to Siebenek. At 12 seconds, didn't drive and cut. Just waited for it. Tries to find the hole in the defense. Mag split into the corner. 3 ball away. Short. Rebound for Mag. Won't go either. So miss on a 2 and a 3 as the quarter comes at 2 and end. We go to the fourth. It's 25-20 in favor of Kalida. Back in 60 with Q4 here on K94.
If something happens to you, will your family be taken care of? It's a scary thought, but preparing for the unexpected can give you peace of mind. With a life insurance policy from Motorist Insurance Group, you can secure your family's financial future. Contact Miller Insurance in New Bremen today to find out how simple it is to keep your family protected, no matter what happens. Come visit Miller Insurance on Facebook at Miller Insurance in New Bremen or call 419-629-2791.
Start your next great journey by earning a degree at Wright State University Lake Campus. As a leading force in education, the Lake Campus offers in-demand academic programs and an affordable tuition rate that's guaranteed for 4 years. Our modern campus includes interactive learning classrooms, state-of-the-art science labs, and townhouse-style apartments. As a small campus with highly qualified professors, your learning experience will be personal and unique. Visit lake.wright.edu for more information and see why it's great at the lake.
Nobody covers your local sports better than K94. Now, back to more local sports action on K94.
Start of quarter 4, and they changed the possession arrow just to make sure whose ball it is. They'll give it to Coldwater. It's probably the right call. I didn't see which way it was before, but that kind of a weird thing, and you need it right now if you're Coldwater because now they're going to argue about it. So now all the people that were happy on one side are angry on the other side. They do give it to Kalida as Steve Warren and John Derryberry, the 2 officials. I guess, what's funny is it's amusing right now, the start of this quarter with 8 minutes to go in a 5-point game. But if this comes down to one possession, there might not be people laughing in a little bit. Extended zone defense out high, trying to force Kalida to have to go inside of that zone. Carly Ramp up top, and Siebenek, she seemed confused. It was about a 35-foot three. I think she wanted to try to throw into a hole inside of the zone, but her form dictates it's a miss. It's a shame. So the ball down to the floor and kept by the Cavaliers. Whipped across into the hands of Gillen. Up on the runner. 2 hands. And good. Gillen with her first 2 of the second half. Missed a pair of free throws earlier on. 25-22. Kalida inside, and a foul will be on Shelby Gear. Substitution comes in Paige Seafring. Out will go Shelby to the bench. 7-11 in the fourth. Maroon and gold on top, 25-22 of the white and orange. It's a much different color pattern if you're just looking at the court right now. Now Kalida dribbles down. Oh, and a shot blocked by Gillen out. And to the back wall. So Kalida will take it out now at 7:07. Just a quick little dump as they try to create something in the corner. Give and go. Right back to Grace Clausing for 2. Her first of the second half. And it's now a 27-22 lead for the Kalida Wildcats. So Gillen into the corner. She and Annalise Harlemer playing a 2-man game. Pitch and catch back and forth. Great skip across behind the defense. Seafring, her shot not strong enough. Couldn't get it up there, and that's now 19 misses from inside. And a timeout. 6:39 to go in the fourth. 27-22. Kalida with a lead back in 30 here on K94.
You need the auto collision specialist at Carriage Works. Whatever make or model, they're the experts. With ASC certified technicians and all the latest gadgets to fix your ride like new. Maybe it's been bent for a while. Take it to Carriage Works, the unbenders. Carriage Works in St. Henry, growing every day to meet your needs. Now go get it taken care of. 419-678-4530. Carriage Works.
Nobody covers your local sports better than K94. Now, back to more local sports action on K94.
6:39 to go in quarter number 4, 27-22. Kalida leading Coldwater. Other games going on late fourth quarter. Spencerville on top of Elida, 45-37 at the walk-in closet in the Ville. Wayne Trace up on Bryan, 37-36. Boys basketball actually started tonight where Corey Rawson lost to Perry, 70-36. One of the rare boys games that got started tonight before a lot of them get going later this weekend. Friday night, we've got St. Mary's and St. Henry here on K94. That's after a day of football. 3 o'clock, Trotwood Madison looks to become D3 state champs. So they take on the Mansfield Tigers with a Y. Then a 10 a.m. game, and the Anna Rockets go for their first state title. That game you can hear with Denny Sisko and myself from Canton. Early morning. 6:10 to go in the fourth. Kalida a little bit discombobulated right now. That zone defense has bothered them as they try to move the ball, but still leading by 5. Cotter now playing a lot of high pitch and catch and a blocking foul. So waiting to see how that one was going to go. Brenna Smith using that soccer strategy she's so good at, able to bowl her way through Katie Leakey. And she gets the benefit. So 4 fouls now against Coldwater, 3 against Kalida. 5:55 left in the fourth, 27-22 Wildcats. And just a lackadaisical pass for the turnover. And jumped right in a lane was Gilliland. That ball smashed out of bounds and back the opposite way. So this is kind of encompassing exactly what has happened to Coldwater so far. Every time that they have gotten an opportunity, it has been taken away. Kalida has been able to get right back and use their speed on the defensive end to bother them. Backdoor pass looking up and just short on that backdoor lob. The miss for Grace Klausing. So Kalida now with 10 misses from inside. The story was they hit 5 threes in the first half and in the first couple of minutes in the third. They lead 27-22. Gilliland up on the turn. Spins all the way around and comes right back off the miss to Coldwater. The Cavaliers have missed 40 shots in this game. As they bump on the foul, you can tell by her reaction, should be Catherine Siebenek's first. Call it red 4. Can't say maroon because it's 2. There's now Katie Leasty at the line. She is 1 out of 2. That came back in the early part of the second quarter. Leads her team in points with 8. And her free throw is good. So her 9th point. 27-23. Katie had 9 points and 2 steals in the 12-point win over Van Wert. Second one, knuckleball up and in, is good as well. Those are the first 2 makes. Her team is 2 of 6 from the line here in this second half. Just a little bit of how you doing pressure. She's able to keep the left foot down as Venna Cutter. 4:50 to go in the fourth, 27-24. It's about where the JV game went that came down to the final shot. Free throw line skipped across into the hand of Michaela Mag. Michaela with the feed down inside, long over across for the bounce pass for Grace Klausing. And a timeout for Kalida. 4:33 to go in the fourth. They lead 27-24. Back in at 30 here on K94.
Start your next great journey by earning a degree at Wright State University Lake Campus. As a leading force in education, the Lake Campus offers in-demand academic programs and an affordable tuition rate that's guaranteed for 4 years. Our modern campus includes interactive learning classrooms, state-of-the-art science labs, and townhouse-style apartments. As a small campus with highly qualified professors, your learning experience will be personal and unique. Visit lake.wright.edu for more information and see why it's great at the lake.
Nobody covers your local sports better than K94. Now, back to more local sports action on K94.
Timeouts are about to become a luxury here in this game. 4.5 minutes to go for Kalida. Backdoor pass. Perfect to Grace Klausing off the glass for 2 in the foul. That's about as picture perfect as she and Siebenek could have drawn it up. Grace with as many points in this quarter, 4, as she had the entire first half. The foul will be on Paige Seifring. 5 fouls against Coldwater, 4 against Kalida. 4:28 to go as Klausing 1 out of 2 in the first quarter from the line. Misses. That ball plinkoed around and was no good. So free throws, something both coaches will inevitably talk to the girls about after this one's over. 5-point contest up on 4-1-9 on the board. Harlemert feed down inside, and I don't know where that ball was a bounce at, but Gilliland back out top, redirected. Got an offensive rebound off the miss. That's her 4th, and a tie-up eventually taken away by Kalida. Coldwater building a small army of misses from inside. It's back out to Michaela Mag. Little shimmy back inside to Venicutter. 2 on the left wing at 350. Here is the shovel pass down underneath and too long. Kalida with the turnover. So now their 10th turnover, both teams in double digits. Coldwater has got 12. Catherine Siebenek back into the game after a quick bottle of water and some words from the assistant coaches. 3:45 now to go as the Cavaliers bring their point guard across the timeline. Went with the low feed, split 2 defenders in, still not able to get that shot was Lauren Gilliland. It was a heck of a move, but I think the Coldwater faithful would have argued maybe that she got fouled. And I don't know that they wouldn't have a case there. 3:29 to go in at quarter 4. Kalida with the basketball and control. They led 9-8 after 1 and have led the entire game. Came out with a 4-point run right out of the gate after being tied at 2-2. Backdoor pass, Brenna Smith caught and outside. Again, the Kalida fans now thought it should have been a foul, as a foul will come on the floor, but much later than the one everybody was looking for. Lauren Gilliland thought it was going on her. It'll be actually on Bria Dews. 6 fouls against the Cavaliers, 1 more, and Kalida's in the bonus. Kalida's got 4 against them. Just outside of 3 minutes to go. Tried to go back inside the ball. Great defense to keep it away from Grace Klausing. And there was a fingertips from Paige Seifring. 3:08 to go. Coldwater football coach Chip Otten in the building, taking in some basketball. As the 7th team foul is now the 2nd on Paige Seifring for Coldwater. Switch of Brenna Smith and Brooke Earhart. Out will go Earhart, in will come Brenna Smith. With Klausing at the line. On the 1-and-1. Dips. Up on the toes, gets it to roll. She's now got 9. Keep in mind, through the first 2 games, averages 11.5 points a game. Up from about 7 a year ago. Lost 3 seniors, did the Kalida Wildcats off a team that lost in the district semis. But it's the junior getting it done here. 31-27, largest lead of the game, as he pressured up over half court with a diamond look for Kalida, trying to make the ball handlers make a mistake, and they nearly do. The long arms from Gilliland able to back it off at 2:51. Handoff back to Katie Leakney. Now off to the right side, she will go. Pitch and catch up top. Kalida doing a good job of getting in front. Down goes Katie. Wow. And threw it as hard as she could off the back and got it to roll in. She hit the square, decimated the back of it for her 12th point. 31-26. Up the handoff. Now Kalida trying to run the weave to take some time out. Brenna Smith with it. Head fake. Shot partially blocked and taken away from Michaela Mag by Gilliland. So Kalida with another miss from 2. And this is a big possession here with just outside of 2 minutes to go. You've got to be, well, I was going to say you've got to be good if you're Coldwater, but they try to reach inside and turn it over. Ball to the floor, gives it back the other way. So on the roller, ball at the scorer's table. Arrow Says white Under Armour jerseys, please. So in comes Courtney May, the 5'9 junior. 12 of the 26 points right now for Coldwater from their point guard. 5'4 senior in Katie Leakey. Up on the spin. Great move for her. Up and under and draws the foul. Catherine Siebenek draws the ire of her head coach. That is the 5th on the team and a second against her. Three of 8 so far is Coldwater from a line, but here's the young lady with all their makes. Puts this one up and in, now 13 for her. Jenna Luggers into the game. First opportunity for Jenna to get into this game. 1:53 to go in a 4-point game. A second rattles out and is no good. So the Wildcats, minute 45, trying to hold on to a 4-point lead. Just trying to beat somebody off the dribble, and they've taken a lot of time off this clock. Other games going on. Crestview up 56-27 on Parkway after 3. And a timeout for Adam Huber. Again, he's not got many left. 1:29 to go in the 4th. He leads by 4. We're back in 30 seconds here on K94.
The holiday season is a time for warm reflections upon family and friends, sincere appreciation of growing relationships, and promises of new beginnings. The People's Bank Company would like to say thank you for your friendship and for giving us the opportunity to serve you this year. Your confidence and friendship is the foundation of our progress. Thanks, and happy holidays from your community bank of choice, the People's Bank, member FDIC.
Nobody covers your local sports better than K94. Now, back to more local sports action on K94.
1:29 left in quarter number 4. 31-27, Kalida with the lead, and a foul of the offensive variety will go against the Wildcats. And this is a big one because it's on Grace Clousing, and that is her 4th. Team 6, so both teams will be in the bonus the rest of the way. 1:29 to go. Similar situation as to the JV game, which was won 34-33 by Coldwater. Because the reason why, Olivia Recker, the freshman for Kalida, missed a free throw on a back end of a 1-and-1. Second shot was no good after the rebound on the attempted putback. So after the turnover, now Gillen dribbles into the lane and got caught walking. It was kind of one of those bang-bang plays, waiting to see which way it went. 14th turnover now for Coldwater. As back in will come Brooke Earhart. And you're in an awkward spot, too, because you had to make a couple of substitutions. Brenna Smith back in, but you want Grace Clousing to play smart, not turn over the basketball, not draw a foul. Clousing out ahead of the defense, off the glass for 2. Like I said, you want her to play smart, and she does here. Free throw line the other way around, and a runner that's good for Katie Leakey. Pulls the team back to within 4 at 33-29. So we'll stay here during the 30-second. Nope, it's a full timeout, so we're back in 30 here on K94.
To the best of us, whether it's a fender bender or an even bigger bender, you need the auto collision specialist at Carriageware. Whatever make or model, they're the experts. With ASE certified technicians and all the latest gadgets to fix your ride like new. Maybe it's been bent for a while. Take it to Carriageworks, the unbenders. Carriageworks in St. Henry, growing every day to meet your needs. Now go get it taken care of. 419-678-4530. Carriageworks.
Nobody covers your local sports better than K94. Now, back to more local sports action on K94.
54.9 seconds left to go. Each team running out of timeouts. That last one's on me because the way the game has been going, I assumed Coldwater was going to use a 30-second timeout. They used a minute. So, my bad. 54.9 left on the clock. 33-29 Kalida. So it is Kalida with the basketball, the entire left end of the floor for them to run. Looking to throw. Clausing's got to find a friend. You reach out and just play pitch and catch with Brenna Smith. Right back to her. Now 50 seconds across the timeline. Tried to kick away the ball was Gillen with those long legs. And right through the heart of the defense goes Kalida. Spacing out to Siebenek. Who's going to be fouled. The clock will stop at 39-3. That'll be the fourth foul on Katie Leasty. So that's the awkward position because you can't afford for her to pick up 5. She's been so aggressive on the offensive end. Substitution, Scarlett Ramp back in for Kalida with a pair of fouls. Courtney May back in for Coldwater. Long free throw, banked it in because of course she did. Adam Huber just threw his hands out and said, well, okay. 5-point lead with 39 seconds to go. I don't think he saw that coming. And the other one hit the back of the rim and just fell in. No bank. That's close. Leakey for 3, left wing, triple good. That is her team's first of the half, and it cuts the lead to 3. How important are her 18 points? Well, let me tell you, during this timeout that we'll stay here for, it was her 3 just before the break. It went in as the light came on in the back of the score box. But it's that one. That's a 6-point swing now. She came right back down the floor and just dropped a 3, and it's the most important for her team because they're within 3. So 31.7 left, now 35-32 in favor of Kalida, and you've got to imagine that they've got all of their good free throw shooters in on this play. You look on the year, free throw shooting has not been a big thing for them so far. Grace Clausing's 9 of 12 entering today. Brooke Earhart's 3 of 4. Brenna Smith's 2 of 6. Allie Steckschulte, who has not played yet, is 2 for 2. We'll see how this goes. You got to get the ball in first. As that ball comes to Brenna Smith on a line. Out ahead comes Siebenek. Good drop out for Clausing. On the right wing of the volleyball line is going to be fouled with 23.8. And it's the last single bonus foul. So it'll be on Paige Seifring. That'll be her 3rd. So to put Clausing at the line, 3 of 5 so far today. Claps in the throw. Free throw up and good. If I had a player of the game to give away, it'd be either Grace Clausing or Katie Leakey. Grace with the bend, shorted it, and still rolled it in. She's hit 4 straight now from the line. A 30-second timeout. She's got 14 points back in at 30, 37-32. Kalida here on K94.
The holiday season is a time for warm reflections upon family and friends, sincere appreciation of growing relationships, and promises of new beginnings. The People's Bank Company would like to say thank you for your friendship and for giving us the opportunity to serve you this year. Your confidence and friendship is the foundation of our progress. Thanks, and happy holidays from your community bank of choice, the People's Bank, member FDIC.
Nobody covers your local sports better than K94. Now, back to more local sports action on K94.
23.8 seconds left to go here in quarter number 4. The Kalida Wildcats on top of the scoreboard by a 5 spot. Again, Adam Huber tried to draw some things up during the break there. Both teams running out of timeouts. 37-32, 6 fouls against Kalida, 9 against Coldwater. Coldwater nearly threw it away. That's been their problem here in the second half. They have 5 turnovers. They are cut down from the 9 they had in the first half, though. Leasty out all to the right wing, wants to shoot it, dribbles through traffic, baseline runner won't go. Second shot is going to draw a foul to put the Cavaliers to the line with 9.2 seconds to go. As it'll be the senior in Michaela Mag who gets tagged with a foul. 9.2 seconds left on the board. The free throw, no good for Annalise Harlemer. Having a tough time at the line, 0 for 3 today. And they've all come in the second half. Guy here yelling is Adam Huber in the background. Second one off the front of the rim and no good. Michaela Mag with a rebound. And is going to be fouled, I believe. That's going to be on Paige Seifring. That'll be 4 for her. Should they give it to Lauren Diller? And Kalida now in a great situation here. All they've got to do is hit a free throw. Free throw stoned off the back of the rim for Mag. So 6 of 8 from the quarter and 8 of 10 in the second half for the line. Even deeper, 9 out of 12 for the game for Kalida. Mag down to the right foot, sinks the second. She's now got 6 points. That's the lead. 6.6 seconds to go. Lacey 3 from straight away. Partially blocked. And the ball bantied back around, and that will put a stop to this ball game. A 38-32 win, the first of the season for the Kalida Wildcats. We're back in 2.5 minutes to wrap things up here from the Palace in Coldwater on K94.
Great journey by earning a degree at Wright State University Lake Campus. As a leading force in education, the Lake Campus offers in-demand academic programs and an affordable tuition rate that's guaranteed for 4 years. Our modern campus includes interactive learning classrooms, state-of-the-art science labs, and townhouse-style apartments. As a small campus with highly qualified professors, your learning experience will be personal and unique. Visit lake.wright.edu for more information and see why it's great at the lake.
This is the first thing you hear after the power goes out. Silence. But that doesn't last very long. The next thing you hear is complaining, then the inevitable whining. No TV, no power for laptops and tablets. How long do you think their cell phone will last without a recharge? How about your cell phone? Now's the time to call Reasoner Energy and talk about Generac generators. Not only do they operate quietly, a Generac generator from Reasoner will silence complaining and whining. Call 419-678-4858.
If something happens to you, will your family be taken care of? It's a scary thought, but preparing for the unexpected can give you peace of mind. With a life insurance policy from Motorist Insurance Group, you can secure your family's financial future. Contact Miller Insurance in New Bremen today to find out how simple it is to keep your family protected, no matter what happens. Come visit Miller Insurance on Facebook at Miller Insurance in New Bremen or call 419-629-2791.
The People's Bank Company has the needs of others in our hearts this holiday season. Hi, I'm Jack Harding. We are asking you to think about ways to help those who may be suffering hard times or just need a helping hand. Even a small gift to your local food pantry or the Angel Tree can have a big impact in someone's life. So this holiday season, we encourage you to shop and give locally. Happy holidays from the People's Bank Company of Coldwater, Salina, St. Mary's, Rockford, and Burgessville. Member FDIC.
It happens to the best of us, whether it's a fender bender or an even bigger bender. You need the auto collision specialist at Carriageware. Whatever make or model, they're the experts. With ASC certified technicians and all the latest gadgets to fix your ride like new. Maybe it's been bent for a while. Take it to Carriageworks, the unbenders. Carriageworks in St. Henry, growing every day to meet your needs. Now go get it taken care of. 419-678-4530. Carriageworks.
Nobody covers your local sports better than K94. Now, back to more local sports action on K94.
38-32, the win for the Kalida Wildcats as they pick up their first win of the season. Kalida now 1-2 on the year. Coldwater, man, it really, everybody left quickly. Like they got other things to do. Straight up 9 o'clock. But 38-32, look at how this game comes to be. It was 9-8 in favor of Kalida after one. 19-16 at the break, 25-20 after 3 at a 38-32 final. For the Cavaliers, they turn the ball over 14 times. They shoot 4 of 12 from the line. And all of those makes nearly coming in the fourth quarter. 10 of 33 from inside the arc, 1 of 8 from outside of it. 2 for 9, rather, from outside of it. And those 14 turnovers. Katie Leakey ends the game with 18 points. Italy's Harlemer with 4, Lauren Gilliland with 4, and I believe 5 or 6 rebounds. Courtney May with 2, and Paige Seifring with 2. On the other side of the book for the victorious Kalida Wildcats and Adam Huber, they are led by Grace Klausing with 14, 6 each from Michaela Mag and Brenna Smith, 4 from Brooke Earhart, 3 from Carly Ramp, and 5 from Catherine Siebenek. They shoot 8 of 19 from inside the arc, 4 of 15 from outside of it, and it turned the ball over 12 times in the win. Both teams back in action again in a couple of days. It is at New Bremen on Thursday night to start MAC play for Coldwater, at Elida, who are trailing Spencerville right now late in the fourth quarter, on Saturday at the Fieldhouse on the other side. But just a lot of things going right and going wrong for both teams. It'll be fascinating to me to see how exactly that they shore things up as we go along. So a final score, again, of 38-32 in favor of Kalida. Big thanks to Cassie back at the station for keeping me on the air and somewhat in check. We've got more basketball action again on Thursday night. It'll be St. Mary's and Defiance in girls action with Denny and Phil. They've got St. Mary's St. Henry on Friday night after we have a pair of high school football games and the state championship games. D6 at 10 a.m. live in Canton, and then the D3 game at 3 p.m. from the OHSA Radio Network. More on Saturday as well, including Marion Local in action at 10 a.m. That'll do it here from the Palace. Big thanks to Eric Goodwin for everything he does and not kicking me out. Have a great night and an even better tomorrow from all of us here at K94.